better version of yourself professionally. Guys, I want you to know that some of these workplace story time that I share, they are coming from places, oh, that good Lord knows I did not want to have that experience, okay? But I want to share them with you, number one, because I want you to know that not because I'm in human resources, that doesn't mean we don't deal with foolishness. That's one. And two, I want you guys to understand that there's the right way to deal with it, there's a wrong way to deal with it, and there's a way of not dealing with it at all. So it's just ways. Number one, the story times that I'm giving, some of them, as I say, are my personal experiences, which you'll hear. Some of them are peripheral experiences that I've heard about. Others are experiences that I've heard in the news or talk to you guys about cases, but that'll be coming down the pike, reviewing cases that come from the EEOC and the Department of Labor and things of that nature. But these story times right now are about my own personal experiences. All right, guys. So I was working with an organization where one of the leaders that I reported to, I will not say the names, and I will not say the names of the people or the companies to protect the innocent and the guilty, as well as, you guessed it, reducing my liability to zero. Because if you don't know me personally, you don't know what I'm talking about, where, and when. Okay? So, I want to make sure that you guys understand these things happen in movies and in real life all the time. What happened in this particular situation still rubs me the wrong way, but it also taught the parties involved and the parties that got burned in the process a valuable lesson. I reported to this manager, and this manager was very bubbly, very energetic, very full of ideas, and had the wherewithal to implement those ideas and make them successful. This was an accomplished manager that to hear the needs and concerns of her employees, did their best to, to address them, to solve problems, not to stay in unproductive conversations. Really was a manager that got involved in the right ways to make the surrounding and the team better. Now, we'll always appreciate that type of manager. However, the person or the director that we all reported up to, there was an issue that occurred. Mind you, the manager that I was reporting to was creating all these programs and implementing programs that are with the organization to this day. However, the manager that I reported to never really truly got the credit for all of those programs because there were some issues that arose, and some of it was, oh, this was done because of XYZ, and different reasons were given because, of course, there has to be politically correct and incorrect situations. However, if there was not a concern for wrongful termination, why was there a severance with a contract to not sue included in the termination? Yeah, that manager that I reported to got terminated with keyword, with a severance. If you've been in the professional world for a while, a severance is normally given to somebody that's laid off, not due to any particular cause of their own, but they're given because of layoffs, because of different situations, not because you're terminating somebody. That means a termination, on its face is not strong. And if this person decided to not sign the severance, then they would actually have a solid case against the organization. Needless to say, that termination resulted in other people getting credit for what that manager established, and what that manager did. And to this day, those programs are still alive and well. However, that particular manager never got the proper credit, never got the proper compensation for all of the things that were created and cultivated with that person there. I say that to say the director we reported to, I look at that person with not a lot of respect. That termination was done clearly to save their skin. I'm going to say that 10 toes deep. And clearly to reap the benefits and the credit for all of those programs. And I learned from that experience that if you're going to create it, put your name on it. If you're going to create it, make sure you have the template of what you did so you can take your ideas and take your implementation elsewhere, patent your stuff, and let me say this, if you can, what do you call it, copyright or trademark your stuff or trademark your process, do it. Because that manager didn't deserve what happened to them. They didn't deserve it. They came and they performed with excellence, and that was the reward they got. And I know, just from personal experience, that manager is in a better place as far as, professionally, in a better place, with a better organization, because the organization where we were both at did not value either one of us. So that is why that termination went the way it did. I have no problem with saying that there was a lot of politically correct things that were said, but behind closed doors, decisions were made to make sure that other people got credit and not that particular person. I will forever lose respect for people that go about doing things in that manner, in that regard. But guys, there's a lot of that going on. That's gone on in history, in jobs, and in situations before this. And of course, unfortunately, it's going to keep happening. But there's ways to protect yourself. Trademark what you're doing. Whatever it is, a process, whatever it is that you're doing, trademark your stuff. Yes, you may be doing it for the organization, but also patent it for yourself for future reference. You never know what kind of business you can create. Alright guys, share some of your stories down below in the comments. And of course, if you don't want to share it in the comments, but you want to share it with me directly, you can go to mentorshelley.com/contact, where you can leave me a voicemail or an email message, and I'm more than happy to return that voicemail or that email within 24 hours. Guys, you can share your stories. This is one of my war stories, and it's just a shame that it went down like that when there could have been a cohesion of talent and of brilliance, but instead that particular leader was looking out for themselves and lost a great asset in the process. Alright guys, this is Mentor Shelley, wanting to make sure that you become a better version of yourself professionally, no matter what obstacles you may face in the workplace. Alright guys, take care. You have a good one. Bye.